DF-Empress444 here to do a collective read. Decks have already been shuffled. We are going to tap into the energy of the collective. Please remember to use your discernment. Also, remember that this is not a personal reading. This is a collective reading. So not everything may fit for your situation. If you are interested in a personal reading, everything you need is inside my description box. And with that being said, we're going to tap into the energy of the collective. Oh, and also, by the way, happy birthday to all my fellow Taurians. Yes. So, yeah, with that being said, let's just tap right into the energy of the collective. What's coming up? Sex addiction. Spiritual gifts. Massive regrets. And getting readings. Okay. Give me something for the collective. We have the Four of Swords. King of Swords. This is funny. The Star. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. I'm called to read this a different way, which is funny, because I haven't been called to read this way in a while. Page of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So normally Spirit will either have me going like kind of backwards reading, or like it'll have me focus on like a specific card in the middle, or like random card, or sometimes it'll have me start just, you know, from the beginning. And I'm called to read them like this. Okay, so that means something. Hi. Hi, girl. So anyway, what I'm called to read is there's somebody here with some kind of like sexual addictions, right? I'm definitely getting a heavy energy of them like thinking of you, possibly touching themselves as well. I hate even talking about this, but I am called to read it like this at night, or like when they're in their bed, right? This is somebody who is I'm called to say like they think they're high and mighty. Like this is somebody who's more conceited, I'm called to say. Oh, okay. This is you in this energy of like spirituality. I'm definitely seeing that. It's like you're able to use your gifts at this time. I'm also seeing that you're using your head over heart. So where this person, I'm called to say this, where this person in the past was able to kind of manipulate you by using in endearment. That's what I just heard. So it's like terms of endearment to get you to go to bed with them. That's what I'm hearing. In the past, they were able to do that. I don't think you're easily swayed at this time. In the past, maybe they could have whispered sweet fucking nothings. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, would decide to go to bed with them. But what I'm hearing is like now you're using your head over your heart, right? You're definitely mentally clear on what you want, and you don't want it to just be that. Is how Spirit's showing it to me. It's not just about sex anymore. It's not just about physical attraction anymore. It is literally about finding your forever, right? I'm not saying you weren't doing that in the past as well, but I feel like now you're just being more cautious, right? Not allowing other people to just use you, use your body, use, you know what I mean? Even though you had good intentions, some of these other people or this person didn't. Thank you, Spirit. Christ is king, correct. But yeah, that's that's how spirit's showing it to me. Anyway, I'm gonna, because I was reading some of the messages. But anyway, this person is in massive regret. Why? Because you're healing. They don't like this because before you were, again, easily to sway. Um, this person also, they're trying to manifest you at this time. Okay, it's almost like they want some kind of new opportunity with you here. I don't. So obviously, if you're watching me, you get readings, right? But I'm not seeing that with this one, with the getting readings. I feel like this person also is getting readings. And I think it's because from the way Spirit's showing it to me, is almost like this person possibly knows that you're into spirituality and also that you watch tarot. So I feel like this person is also trying to watch that as well. Right now, this person is going through some kind of financial loss. They're feeling very insecure. Something's going on. There's been like a swift change. I feel like if you notice when you and this person maybe separated, you kind of felt like you were almost like you were the one being punished, right? Like you lost this person, then it was like things started going wrong. I'm called to say that wasn't things going wrong for you. That was the universe changing, right? Changing things in your life. That was God changing things in your life. It was like things that no longer served you were being removed. So it did feel like you were losing, but it wasn't you losing. That was you getting rid of old to get new, right? Thank you, Spirit. If you're watching, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It helps me to tap into your energy. But anyway, back to what I'm saying here. I definitely see the wheel turning here. And it's like them now receiving like the bad karma, right? They're kind of reaping what they've sown. Because always remember, collective, karma is real. Okay? So things that you do to others eventually comes back to you, right? So that's how Spirit's showing it to me. I'm going to tap more into that. What is this getting readings? Give me something on this, please and thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So they're paying someone for readings, okay? Definitely. With this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like I'm hearing that they're trying to understand your skill, is what I'm called to say. So it's something that you're possibly either watching or doing, and they feel like you're tapped in, right? You're using your intuition, and this person's trying to understand it. Funny thing is, I just heard Spirit was saying that like they don't know how to place you in the reading. So when their spirit's talking about karmics, and or I mean when the reader's talking about karmics and like different zodiac signs, maybe this person either doesn't know your zodiac sign, I'm called to say, or it could be that they're just misplacing when the reader's mentioning so many different people. The reason why I say that is because the energy I'm picking up is like this person has multiple energies. So it's hard for them to place who's who. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get more into this. Yeah, the High Priestess. Again, thank you, Spirit, for confirming. It's exactly what I said. You're somebody who's tapped in. You're using your intuition. You could be a reader yourself, or you could just be in the spiritual community. Okay. You work with the divine for sure. I'm definitely talking to a feminine energy. When I say feminine energy, it doesn't mean you have to be a woman. Let's get this straight. It just means that you're in your feminine energy. Okay? That's why I always say in the beginning of the readings, use your discernment. You have to kind of know, right? You have to kind of you have to use your intuition. You have to trust in your spirit team, right? To guide you and know what fits for you. Five of Swords. So this person is going through some kind of like conflict. I feel like other people are like walking away from this person. What is this situation, Spirit? Yeah, heartbreak. I feel like this person has caused a lot of heartbreak for a lot of people. Okay. And then I'm also hearing that, like, now they're feeling heartbroken because you, the person that they actually probably were supposed to be with, now they can't get you off their mind. So it's causing endings elsewhere because nothing is making this person content. Thank you, Spirit. Sure, I'm so glad you were able to get on if you're still on. The Empress. Yeah, this is you, collective. Somebody very nurturing. Exactly what I was saying. It was like no one fits the bill, right? It was you all along. And I feel like now they're seeing that. But the funny thing is, they're not seeing that it's you because it's actually you, right? It's always been you. They're only seeing it's you because you walked away. Because you weren't easy. You're the difficult one, right? Everyone else that this person deals with allows them to keep leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. You are not. So you are a challenge for this person. Yeah, justice. This is justice. Karmic justice. Eight of Swords. Now this person is having all kinds of negative thoughts, feeling restricted. They were blindfolded. So to me, the way Spirit's showing this to me is like somebody that thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Maybe because it was fun. Maybe it was because it was, you know, especially if this person was into toxic behaviors like drinking and drugs and all of that, and you were not doing that, collective. I mean, this person wanted to go where it was fun for them at the time. Look at that. Look how that landed. The Tower. That's funny that it spun on my hand too. And it spun counterclockwise. There's going to be a sudden change here. Let's see. There's a tower happening. Yeah, the Hangman. And the Four of Cups. This person is having to surrender, to see things from a new perspective, I'm called to say. And I feel like this person is definitely feeling disconnected from like other people, is what I'm called to say. It's like Spirit's almost pulling them away, making them kind of like sit with themselves. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Swords. They are having to make a difficult decision. And the difficult decision for them is their fear is wanting to come back towards you here, but knowing that they may be rejected. The Hermit. And I feel like they're having to definitely go within and see who they really are, right? Just like when you got to think of it like this, collective, when you were going through your spiritual awakening, It wasn't pretty, right? It wasn't fun. It's hard, and it's not just hard because, yeah, we see what others have done to us, but we see the neglect that we've given ourselves, right? We see the pain that we chose for ourselves. And the reason why I say we chose it is because we kept accepting it. So we chose it, right? So yeah, this person's having to be alone. And I feel like they're having to go within here. Mm. You know, this is where as a reader, it's kind of hard when you read this energy, especially because I tap in also by like I feel, hear, taste, smell. You know what I mean? Like I all of that. So like this makes me almost sad for this person, right? But of course, it's not a bad thing. This person has to heal. This is a part of healing, right? But it does make you sad because you think to yourself as an empath, I know I'm an empath. So when you see that come up, it's almost like, oh, I know the pain that this person's going to have to experience. You know, anybody with a heart is going to still kind of feel bad, right? I don't wish bad upon nobody. I just don't want them in my life. Temperance. Yeah. This person has to learn to do things in moderation. This person's going to have to learn to be patient. And I feel like that's where they're at right now is like learning to be sensible, trying to find harmony. Yeah. I definitely see that you're like triggering this person to heal. So, I mean, I know some of you are going to be like, I don't care about that person. And I get it, right? You don't have to care about them. You don't have to want them back in your life. But isn't it kind of nice to know that, like, you made somebody open their eyes, right? It's all I'm saying. All right. The Death and King of Pentacles. Mm. There's some endings going on for sure. But this is so great. And I'm so glad to see this because the way Spirit's showing it to me is like, this is an ending with you and this person, right? I feel like you finally come to terms with you don't want this person back. Um, this was a cycle. It was a learning experience. This was a lesson that needed to be learned by both parties. Um, but I see you in this King of Pentacles energy, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's like it taught you to focus on, okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm called to talk about this. So the reason why a lot of the times too we get connected to people who are toxic, right? Who are karmic is because these people have so much trauma, right? So then we trauma bond with them. And the reason why is because then we can take the focus because the whole point is we don't like to focus on ourselves because somewhere down the line, somebody in our past taught us to not care about ourselves, that we were less important. Okay. And so when you met this person, they triggered you because you put your whole everything into this person. You gave them your all. And in return, they ran. They gave you shit. So this taught you to focus on you, to heal you, to do something for yourself. And that could look like working out, getting a better a better relationship with God, right? It could be starting school. It could be starting a side hustle, right? Something that you enjoy doing. It literally triggered you to better yourself. That's how we need to look at it. Hello, Asher. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Five of Cups. This person is having to really see how they disappointed you, I'm called to say. I feel like they're definitely feeling a lot of regret. Mhm. And again, that doesn't mean you can feel bad for this person. You can, not bad for them, but you know what I'm saying, collective. It's almost like an understanding. Understanding that, it's tough to, want more for yourself, to do better. Yeah, what happens in the past is like you focus more on their toxic behaviors and wanting them to change and better them. You work on them. You stop working on yourself. The World card, yes. This is definitely a completion of a cycle because now you see that, and even if you're just starting to heal and starting to work on yourself, kudos to you because everybody's on their own timelines. Okay? Um, you will get to this point where you feel whole within yourself and know that you don't need anyone else. It's all about you. And that's the truth. Ace of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like you're driven to succeed now, right? Your mind is sharpening. With all that clouded judgment gone, you're able to see things differently. You're able to have time to yourself to think about what you really want to do without all that conflict and chaos. Yeah, I think you're gaining a lot of mental clarity for sure. Three of Wands. Mhm. I think now, for some of you, you're in this preparation stage, right? Um, Wanting to do even more. So maybe like, I just heard for someone here, instead of taking an exercise class, you want to actually teach one. I'm also hearing for someone else, it's like wanting to be a flight attendant, I just heard, or something with the airlines. I'm also hearing for someone here going back to school. I'm also seeing somebody wanting to preach. Thank you, Spirit. I'm seeing a lot of different things actually. So it's just you taking a step further into whatever this is that you started, like you felt guided towards. Hmm. Thank you. I know God loves me. Thank you very much. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and we have the Page of Cups in the upright. So the way Spirit's showing this to me is like now you've been doing all this self-care, self-love, healing, right? Letting go of insecurities, no longer feeling codependent on others. And while this person is like, I am called to say this, this person is still like thinking of an opportunity that they could come swooping in, okay? I would just be prepared. It's definitely fishy. Like this person is not healed. So even if this person is kind of awakening to who you really were, this person still has so much work to do. Because why? They didn't decide to work together with you at the time and heal from there. They decided to let go. Okay? So now, and for some of you, this could have been years you've been apart from this person, and this person has not done any work. You guys are on two, it's what I kind of talked about in my last reading yesterday. No longer being equally yoked. Maybe at one point you guys had a lot in common and maybe the same kind of goals. But now, no. There's nothing in common anymore. Yeah. Two of Wands. You're like, I just heard light years ahead. Mm-hmm. Ten of Wands. This person is still carrying a lot of burdens. They have to put in the hard work. That same hard work that you did. But theirs is probably going to be even more. Because I'm seeing some really toxic behaviors here. Mm. Can you imagine, collective? Right? Being on the other end. Like somebody who was possibly doing really terrible things. Imagine what we went through as empaths to try to heal. Can you imagine what they go through? Right? And a lot of them, I feel like maybe I've actually watched videos on this. It's like a lot of them at some point they'll start to see who they really are, and some of them will acknowledge it, but then to actually go through the healing process, they decide not to because it's too painful. Don't nobody want to face themselves like that. Mm. Yeah. So this person is feeling delayed right now and frustrated. And it's like they're holding off wanting to come back towards you here, I'm called to say. And it's only because they're having some like other outside distractions and burdens. Oh, and they see you getting some public recognition here. They see you being very self-confident. They see you, for some of you, you could definitely be seen in the public eye. And they feel like you are being recognized while they are kind of, I just was drawn to this. Okay, that happens, that doesn't happen for no reason. They feel left out in the cold. Yeah. Three of Cups while you're celebrating. Because you did the work. You did the work. You decided to heal. So we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who lives beyond their means. I feel like this is somebody who doesn't realize their self-worth. I don't give a shit. Pardon my French. And if you don't like cussing, I'm sorry. I do cuss. Okay? I am called to say that Spirit's like telling me to watch my mouth. I'm going to say it in this way. This is someone who, male or female, it does not matter who this person is. If you're a human being, you should not just be giving yourself to just anybody. A lot of times people make excuses for men, and say, well, that's a man. Men do that. No. Like, you're creating toxic attachments, karmic bonds with people. Ugh. Yeah. Two of Cups. This is what you deserve. Love. Mutual attraction. Somebody that you connect with deeply, spiritually. A real partner. Not this kind of shit. Sneaky. Manipulative. people who are strategic, who do devilish things and then come back to see if you've noticed. Or have you forgiven them? That's crazy. Oh, that's too many, Spirit. This is what you deserve. Fulfillment, happiness, harmony. People who support you. Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. Abundance. I feel like the universe is trying to hand you this new opportunity. It's still your choice whether you want to go through and move forward or do you want to stay back, right? We all have free will. Queen of Wands. Are you going to be courageous here? Are you going to move forward? Decide to show up as your true, authentic self? Somebody who has confidence, somebody who sees things and really wants to go after it. Don't allow that little girl or that little boy that once got let down inside of you doubt yourself, make you feel like you're not enough, like you can't do something. You absolutely can. And even if you try and you fail, so what? The biggest fool is someone who never tries. Judgment. Absolutely. What are you going to do, collective? This is another awakening for you to really see who you are, what you can do, your potential. Stop trying to look for the potential in everyone else and find it in yourself. Queen of Swords, cutthroat dry. We ain't playing no games out here. We tell the truth. Tell the truth to shame the devil. You now have clear boundaries. And if you don't have them, you're creating them. You know how to be independent. You may have people in your life now because you've done so much good work on yourself. So kudos to you. And if you do have people that are there to support you, that's great. But you don't need anyone else. Six of Cups. This is people that want to come back around and take you back down memory lane. That familiar energy. Well, we're sick of fucking familiar. Okay? I know I am. I don't want to fucking go around that shit no more. I want new. I want to go where I'm a little uncomfortable. Magician. You have the power to create whatever this is that you want. Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Pentacles. I just heard suit up. Suit up. Learn to conserve your energy. Do things efficiently. Be responsible. Your hard work is going to pay off. Absolutely. Four of Pentacles. Someone here, you have a fear that you're going to be in lack, right? And that fear is what's holding you back. something about your finances. The faith of a mustard seed is what you need to have, okay? Three of Pentacles. I definitely see there's other people here that want to help you. There's other people that will help you. Sometimes we have to step outside of our own comfort zones, right? Of not being afraid to ask for help. And the reason why you're afraid to ask for help is because in the past, people maybe let you down. But that doesn't mean everybody will do that. Okay? And if you don't ask, how will you ever know? Four of Wands. This is a celebration. Ooh, I love this. 1111, you're on the right path. I just want to say thank you so much, Collective, for those of you who watch me, and I don't care what part of this journey that you're on. I don't care if you're just starting. I don't care if you're here at this point or if you're in the middle, okay? The fact of the matter is to know that my collective is moving forward is such a blessing to me. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, honestly. We're supposed to do this as a team. Amen. Yeah. Nine of Wands. You've been through a lot, okay? We all know this. We've all been here, done this, right? But stop being so pessimistic, right? Stop being so resistant, I just heard. It's like, keep going. Keep going. This shit just made it. Do you ever see that? I mean, not everybody's gonna know this, but if you watch reels and stuff like that, Kevin Gates did this one interview and they made a reel of it. And he was like, I love when things happen to me. Where I used to always, panic when things would happen to me bad. And he's like, now I just am like, yeah, I'm a monster. I keep waiting for, yeah, give it to me, because it just makes you better, right? Nine of Swords, yeah. No more anxiety, no more worry, no more fear, no more feeling in despair, like you're at a loss. This isn't a loss, you've gained. You've gained yourself again. All these people kept chipping away at who you really were. This Queen of Pentacles. Somebody nurturing, practical, financially stable. Somebody who works hard. Focus on you. I bet for some of you watching, probably family members, probably friendships, probably romantic relationships, probably colleagues. You probably had great ideas for every single one of them. You probably gave people advice all the time. You probably gave them shit ideas. Shit you should have been doing for yourself. Now, I must say, I know sometimes I can go into my little rants, but I will say, I'm not going to give you bullshit. I'm not the reader that's going to sit here and cater to, I just heard to pet you, right? To make you feel better. About what we have chosen in the past. I'm just going to say it like that. I am literally here to help you move forward. Thank you, Spirit. Look at that. as I said that about moving forward. It's all about self-discipline. It never was about anybody else. It was about you choosing you and the sun. Okay, you had a lack of direction because maybe nobody helped you to see the future, right? Nobody helped to guide you, but you didn't need anybody else. You only needed you and God. And God would have guided you. So now you're learning this, right? Faith. In the past, you were being careless with your energy. We all were. Now you're going towards happiness, a rebirth, success. Thank you, Spirit. Balancing out your masculine and feminine energy. I just heard the choice is yours. What is it that you really want to do? Okay, with that being said, I'll end this reading. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate all of you, like I said. And again, happy birthday to all my fellow Taurians, if there's any Taurians watching. My birthday's coming up too. I will be back on again tomorrow. Oh, also, happy early Mother's Day to any of the mothers, right? We have Mother's Day coming up. Oh, and we just had what, Cinco de Mayo yesterday? I forgot to say happy Cinco de Mayo. All right, guys, I hope you have a beautiful evening. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.